soul family. This is the Royal Resonance podcast, and I am Sally Akandara, and I welcome you home. On today's episode, I have a message that's coming through, and it is definitely related to the full moon in Scorpio and all the different planetary activities at this time with the Uranus and Jupiter conjunction today. We have a Mercury retrograde and there's some activity with Pluto. Today I thought I had a message from a particular guide, but no, it is a general message. So let's see. I'm definitely feeling, what I'm feeling is that there's this energy that wants to burst at the seam. Yes, that's what I'm hearing right now. There's I want to say, as if you've been taken on a lot. And there's been a lot of activities happening around you, responsibilities, people calling you, children, jobs, partners, family, and no time to self. Yeah. So definitely feeling like a pressure cooker wanting to let off some steam. And as we know, when we bottle up emotions, when we bottle up so much anxiety, it's like a toy that's getting wounded up. Eventually, that is going to explode. So, definitely a call to somehow let off that steam in a conscious and intentional way. Yeah. And I feel like this energy, this pressure cooker of energy is happening at a collective level. It's happening on a personal level, on a collective level, even within Mother Gaia at this time. There's deep movement and shifts happening within the depths of the ocean. There are fire erupting from dormant mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes, tectonic shifts are happening, floods are coming, and they're essentially all of this coming together is that there is movement. There is the energy wants to come out, and I'm getting the image of it comes back to like bursting at the seam, but the image that I'm getting is like this crack within Mother Gaia in the earth, and the energy just wants to come out, kind of like a guy. I think it's called a geyser. The hot water coming out, and so this energy, and I think it comes back to there's some fire energy within us, some emotional energy within us, even a need for security and clarity around thoughts and physical materiality. And and it's coming out in ways that unintentionally may be causing harm to other people or harm to self. So there's definitely a deep call in here for us to find an intentional and conscious way of releasing this energy. And I'm hearing right now that something fundamental, foundational is shifting within you, and the tower is falling, the foundation is shifting. Something is just not sitting well with our energy anymore. Something needs to be released within our field. So there is definitely an opportunity here right now to potentially, um, there seems to be a good opportunity right now to purify. Um, yeah, definitely some purification right now. We have cord cutting, physically removing yourself from a situation that is not serving you, maybe physically is not serving you, a place that no longer feels safe. And to ground yourself in an activity or an effort that allows you to feel safe. 11:55 on my clock at this time, so 1155. And I also get in a sense like all these natural occurrences is Mother Gaia waking up and awakening to her fullest. And her old shell is no longer able to hold the fullness of her power. And I think that, and that's on a, planetary level. However, at a collective level, there are things where we are shifting out of a dynamic that no longer can hold the frequencies that are being emitted. And the same goes on a personal level. There we are shifting out of old paradigms, right? We are shifting out of old narratives, old stories that we tell ourselves, and we're even physically shifting out of maybe this body that we're in. And those who have been seeing the signs, so you may be seeing angel numbers, like I said, 11:55, or you may be feeling like this deep urge for a soul level transformation, and you are called upon at this time to play a very critical role in birthing new earth, meaning that you have all the capacity to imagine, dream, think new earth into existence. So being very intentional about what values you want to bring with you. So being very intentional about what you want to bring with you in your higher timeline as you're shifting into your highest timeline. And with the full moon in Scorpio, there is a call to deepen, look deeper below the surface level. So you may even be noticing how certain conversations, how surface level they are, and they are no longer providing you the juice and joy in life anymore. And what you're looking for are the deeper connections. And in this moment, with the full moon in Scorpio, what I'm getting at right now is that the full moon is bright and illuminating. Excuse me. Okay, so something wants to be expressed, right? So illuminating something that is calling for your attention. So something that requires you to dig a little deeper into the essence of you to understand what is it that you may need to take a look at in more detail. So especially too with the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction at this time, there is a call for new ways of thinking and expansion of maybe our field. Oh, so okay. So with that kind of makes sense too right now, where it sounds like there is an opportunity here to widen your field of vision. So maybe you've been looking at something at a very pointedly, a, very tunnel visioned. And what this full moon in Scorpio and this conjunction is calling upon is maybe for us to widen, allow the light to spread and increase our visibility into what needs to be maybe looked at a different angle potentially, or at a deeper level. Maybe what we've been looking at or needing to do only scratches the surface, and what we need to do is dive a little deeper. So definitely a lot about going deeper. And I think there are many things that are happening very fast, rapidly. And there, with this rapid movement, there is again an emphasis to reassess what brings us joy, love, happiness, what no longer serves. There are a number of activities occurring, many of which are calling upon your attention: kids, jobs, partners, family, your body, and Spirit is coming in and urging us to take the extra time to breathe, an extra breath to be in the moment, to find joy, light, and peace in the process, to realize that you are where you need to be. And okay, so this also, there are some of you who are feeling like, okay, you have to get to some place at this time. Like you need to do it before time runs out. And what Spirit is really urgent and emphasizing to me right now is that you are where you need to be. In this very moment, you can choose to be very intentional what you like to do. So instead of, I think with this extra breath, right, with pausing for a little bit longer, you can take this opportunity to look at things more clearly. So looking at things in a way where you are not driven by anxiety. And 12, right, 1200 and 421 and 55. So definitely a lot of angel numbers in sign right now. So we're being called to be using this time where we are in a clearer mindset, right? Allowing this light to illuminate, and through illumination, allowing us to see things and think more clearly about what we need to do. So instead of allowing fear or anxiety to drive our course of action, we can think of a way in a more level-headed way. Let's see. And I pulled some cards today too, so let's see what we have here. Let's start with this. Okay, okay, so things are presently happening. So even if you feel like there's a level of anxiety around, like you need to get things done, things are happening. You are going through the process of, I know I had a portal activation yesterday. Created a video on a portal activation where we are able to purify, integrate, embody. And you are heading through that portal at this time. With this shift, right, you are shifting. And just like with spring being here at this time, seeds are sprouting, right? Seeds are bursting through the ground. And through this act, right, it is a lot of work. There is a lot of tension. There is a lot of resistance. There's this birthing process that you're going through. Don't rush through the birthing process. Ease into it. Soften into it. Deepen into your practice. Deepen into your intuition. Take an extra pause. Take an extra breath. Take a little do a little self-care. And Spirit is asking you to just be gentle with yourself, that you are where you need to be. And it's not time to just rush because you feel anxious about it. Rather, ease into this process, soften into this process. A lot of shifts are happening within you. And I have a new earth. It's happening. So keep holding on to the vision. So as you know, it is very human of us, right, to want to get to where we need to get to, especially for myself too. I'm a type A personality. I like having a plan. I like knowing where I'm going. And there at this time I do feel like there's like an urge, like a lot of messages coming through, an urge to really get on the computer and record. And I have to take a moment to pause and know that what I'm doing right here is I'm trying to do something very intentional. I'm trying to offer something that is through a deep co-creation, a romanticizing with a divine. And with this card coming out, it literally says a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So everything that you're doing right now to support your intentions, your relationship with your intentions, it is happening. So just as much as there may be some anxiety or some restlessness about the situation, it is in some way like part of the process. So take this moment to enjoy the process, to enjoy the fact that you are shifting. Things are happening. You came across this podcast for a reason too. It just didn't happen. It's all in divine timing. Yes. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. All right. So this comes back to maybe a lot of the pressure that we're feeling. We're carrying responsibility from children, from jobs, from other people, and then I know that I've had a lot of codependency, people pleasing tendencies, and one of the things I started to do is starting to kind of pull back my power, my energy. And when I do that, I recognize I'm setting up these boundaries. I'm learning that people don't just fall apart just simply because you pull that away, simply because that you're not maybe I came from the thought that if I don't do it, nobody will, but that's not true. That's actually my old wiring due to trauma. And what I'm realizing is that when I do pull back, I'm actually not, people aren't going to fall apart. And I think there is something that I've learned recently is that when we pull back, or when we don't jump in immediately, when we allow people to be people, humans to be humans, be messy, we are in a way, and we simply sit back. We're not judging. We're just accepting and witnessing people's messiness. We are actually witnessing people's messiness. Okay. When we witness people's messiness and still believe with no judgment, right, with love in our heart, and we can see their potential, and we are witnessing their what they're going through, that in itself is a very empowering act. When we jump in immediately, because let's say there's a prejudgment or thought around how if we don't do it, they won't be able to help themselves. What we're essentially doing is that we're actually mirroring to them, and we, in a way, disempowering them from being in their own power. However, when we take a step back and we mirror to them, right, when we go like, I know you got it. I am here. I am here to witness you and all of you, right? All pieces of you. whatever pieces you think are good or bad, I am here to witness all of you. I am here to see you. I am here to hold this space for you. And I believe you can overcome any challenges. I believe you can find the answers within you. We are mirroring to them that they are more than capable of holding their own, that they are more than capable of fulfilling what they need to do, and they will find the answers to whatever dilemma it might be. And it goes back to this old saying where you can lead the horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. And the same goes with people, right? You can say and repeat all the things that you want to repeat over and over again, and you're showing people X, Y, and Z, like this is the way, this is the solution. However, it is still ultimately up to the person to decide whether or not they want to go with that solution. Perhaps to them, that solution is not exactly what they want to do. Well, that's where free will comes in, right? All of us, we all have free will. So you can try to fix the situation. You can try to jump in and save people and do things for other people, but it only creates a cycle of us taking on what we not taken on things that are not necessarily ours to begin with. And I think it's a good exercise to notice when we feel the urge to jump in, or we feel this urge to save or do. I think take an extra moment to really assess whether or not you're doing this because you you actually no, I'll take that back. I know that in those moments, there is a part of us that we truly don't want to see the person that we love suffer in our idea, our way, our perspective suffering. And at the same time, so I'm holding space for the two truths here. And at the same time, there is a certain discomfort that we feel when we witness people's messiness, and we want to remediate that feeling. So I think next time, or if that opportunity comes 12:11 right now, to take this extra moment to observe how you want to respond and observe how you can take an extra pause to step back and allow people to witness people, to create that space to just simply be there for people. Your presence is more than enough. Allow your presence to simply be. And just watch people unfold. People will unfold in due time. Perfect divine timing. So take this moment right now to let go of things that that you've taken on that are not yours to begin with. Set boundaries. Boundaries are very important. Oh, and I didn't realize it. I have 4 tarot cards that I pulled. All right, so I have the 9 of Swords. All right, there's definitely, it comes back to like there's a sense of this weight on your shoulders. I'm feeling like a heaviness of sorrow to a grief. And going, oh, my heart goes out to you guys. I feel it. Some of you guys are going through some really challenging times at this time. And the color red is really popping out to me right now. I think there's some physical pain that's causing sleepless night. I think there's a wish that you have. I think there's this restlessness that's happening too, is that there's a desire to move, and things are happening And Spirit wants you to continue to hold on to that vision of where you want to be, what you want to do. Continue to live and feel those dreams turning into reality. Things are being woven within the unseen world at this time. And being that we are in the year of the 8, it is going to come. It is coming. It's on the way. Four of Pentacles. Definitely, I think there's a component too with this restlessness. There's a little bit of a scarcity mindset that's coming through, uh, that's leading to all these restlessness too. I think taking a moment to understand that there is a more than enough for everyone. You don't have to take up every single thing that falls in front of you. And this goes for relationships. Sometimes we just jump into relationships because we think that we can't get any better than that. Or that's just, I'm being very like broad here. But there is a sense of like you taking up every single physical material opportunities is one. It's just like I'll take any opportunities that I can get, or I'm gonna take that first card because if I don't, somebody else is gonna take it. I think it's that's a mentality that is not serving the energies at this time collectively. And this energy of the scarcity mindset is something to let go, because I think part of the restlessness and the sleepless night too is due to having thinking that if we don't do something, something bad's going to happen. If we don't obtain that, somebody else will steal it. And the reality that is all an illusion. 808 right now, all an illusion, because in reality we have more than enough. So in this moment too, as I know who I'm talking to will be my soul family, and I know that what you're going through is to release these types of controls, these types of old wiring, and stepping into, as you're stepping into the fullness of your power, recognizing that you are the creator of your own reality, that you are a creator of a heaven on earth. Part of that realization is also understanding that you can be very intentional about what you want to bring into your life. No, and coming from a place of abundance, knowing that you have the entire world at your hand. And what is it that you want to create with all the resources that you have in your hand? So be very intentional about that. And that is part of birth in New Earth. And you have been doing a lot. I will give you that. There's a 6 of Wands is being recognized, right? And this is like a vocation or something that you've been working on, something that has grounded you and you're holding on to, that's bringing you satisfaction, something that is bringing you great publicity, something allowing you to be seen. And Spirit wants you to know right now that you are seen, that we see you. I see you. And that it's time to, there may be a project that you've been holding on to, something that you really want to do, but because you're worried, okay, go. Now I'm seeing it more too now. Is that there's something that you want to show to the world. Yes, there's something you want to reveal into the world. However, there's a component of fear, a fear that you will lose out on things. Like, if I were to do this, I will lose out on that. So there's definitely a piece of that right here, and that this is your time to shine. That whatever that you've been thinking, wanting to do, writing that book, painting, singing, starting a podcast, starting a business, that is something that you've been wanting to do for a very long time. This is the time to do it. what brings you joy. This is the time to take back all the times that you've been reaching out, like controlling other people's schedule. Maybe you can take that time to really focus on this. Is pulling back that time and start putting that energy back into you, and that it is time for you to be seen. That it's no, you are no longer afraid to be seen. And I have the page of wands here, and I feel this joyful energy coming through. So going from sleepless nights to this place where you're just dancing in joy and happiness, and my whole body is zinging right now. Is that there's this happiness of being able to do what you love, right? Feeling into what is it that you want to do that brings about love. And with the sun in Taurus right now and all of Taurus energy, is that there's a huge Venusian energy happening that's coming through right now too. And Taurus energy is all about the body. One part is about the body, right? Really feeling it within our body, right? There's this sensual nature to it, where there's this deep, soulful connection to our heart center, to our heart and sacral. And we're being called to tap into the energy of this deep soul singing joy, this soul singing piece as like, I want to be seen, like let me show myself, right? There's a call in to open our hearts out, to allow the moon to shine deeply into the center of our heart, to reveal our truest desire. And that it's okay to like it is right now okay, it is so okay, more than okay, to allow this sensation to come through. And you can even release that through dancing. I like dancing. So through dancing, singing, drawing, anything that it connects you to that creative flow, you can. And I think this is a great opportunity, if you haven't started or haven't done so yet, is to tap into your inner child. So there are a lot of inner child healing, or bringing your inner child out, allowing him or her to come and play. Yeah, I think there is a huge ask right now for you to be able to do. I think there's this idea, right, that it is okay for us to focus the energy back onto ourselves. Now, learning to choose you, learning to carve out time and space for you to birth out this new idea. And I think a huge part of that too is that when we think of, and I see 4-4, and I think that when an example that's coming to mind for some reason is when being that parent that's like controlling being on a schedule packed full of things and taking on everything, so cooking, cleaning, and then driving the children around and all of this and that. But now is maybe a call to delegate these tasks, or find, oh, and I have 12 to 2 on the clock. Taking this time to to shuffle your schedule, to allow for time so that you can invest in yourself and invest this energy maybe in your physical health, something that you've been meaning to do for a while now, and then allowing this energy. I think you will find, I feel, no, not I think, I know, I know you will find so much joy and happiness when you are able to follow this calling of yours. And I feel that, yes, I feel that. All right, my soul family, I think that is all the messages that I have for you tonight, or today. Well, it's currently midnight here, so I guess this evening. And that's all the messages that I have for you tonight. I know with this new change, too, starting something new is always scary. And it's exciting, it's scary at the same time. You don't have to plan the entire empire in one day. You can take it one step at a time. Open in your notebook to even write out that first page or the words that come through your mind if you want to be a writer, or if you want to paint, just grabbing out a canvas and then looking at it and seeing, picking up a random color and just splashing it on. um Whatever it is, you don't have to build the entire thing, and you're not asked to build the entire empire in one day right now. You are just simply asked to take one step at a time. Take one moment at a time and enjoy each moment. Mm, you are things are shifting around right now too. So, as take the time, all the time that you need, that you'll really deepen into your body and allow your body wisdom to guide you. Set boundaries, and everything is happening in divine timing, and we are where we are meant to be. All right, now I think I am fully done. I love you so much, and I send you all my love and light. The light within me sees the light in you, and I can't wait to connect with you again soon. Until next time, I hope that this message helps someone out there, and if it does, please like, subscribe, comment, share. I know it'll help and take the space and bring it to who our soul family.